Hi, Luke Raymond from Inaxsys Security Systems here. We are now introducing officially the SiteGuard towers. SiteGuard is a manufacturer who partnered up with us. They're from England, but the towers themselves are actually manufactured right here in Canada. So this is a truly Canadian manufactured product, which we are very proud about. Now, SiteGuard is the only Ajax ready tower. That's right, it's the only tower that Ajax themselves have approved for use with their products. It is designed to be an entirely wireless, self-contained security system. Let me show you what I'm talking about. To start with, the SiteGuard towers have a base. Now at the base here you have feet that are actually designed for the HVAC world, so kind of air conditioning feet. But you can unbolt these feet on each side, so you have feet on this side, you have a foot on this side, and you can unbolt them and actually put wheels on the bottom so that you can move it around. Now the goal being that you can have a deployable, entirely self-contained wireless system, and it can be deployed and redeployed again. So if you have an environment where, for example, a car dealership and you have 200 cars come in for a special on the weekend, or you have a festival that is going to change and the environment changes from one day to the next, where there's cabling over here one day and then there's racking over there the next, and as the environment changes, well, your security needs change, and that's the beauty of these products, is you can move them as you please. Now, if you want a more semi-permanent thing, there's actually four screw holes right here where you can bolt it down to the floor if you need to, and then unbolt it as you see fit. So the way it functions is it's available in two versions, either the SG1 tower with a flat solar panel. So for more moderate temperatures, moderate environments, places where there's maybe not as much snow as there is in a lot of Canada, this is more than enough. This individual solar tower, it actually powers the hub or the repeater inside. We also have it in an SG2 version, which you actually see here, with two solar panels designed so that they're in a pyramid so that snow will slough off during the winter. The SG2 tower also comes with a little bit of insulation that you can put to protect the battery in winter. So these towers, they have cabling, and this cabling goes directly from the tower itself into the enclosure. This is a NEMA 4 enclosure. So this NEMA 4 enclosure houses a few different products. So when you open up the NEMA 4 enclosure and you take a look here, here you have an Ajax hub. The Ajax hub is what connects the devices on this tower and potentially sub-towers directly to your application. To add to that, we have a Door Protect Plus, which actually works as a tilt switch. So even if the system is disarmed, as soon as somebody starts to mess with it and tilts it to the side, we know about it instantaneously. To add to that, you have an Ajax relay. This Ajax relay is actually connected to the controller here so that I can monitor the voltage of whatever battery I've chosen to put within the base. Now these batteries, you have a choice because they're not included. So if you use, for example, a standard car battery, it can last up to, give or take, 6 days of autonomy, even without sunshine. Now keep in mind, if you do not have power, for example, you have, yes, the 6 days, up to 6 days of autonomy using a car battery, but if, for example, you need to warehouse them, so you deploy them, you redeploy them, all of a sudden you don't need them for a little while, so you put them in a warehouse. Well, there's a little plug on each one of them here, and it comes with a trickle charger. So you can actually plug this in, and it charges the battery even indoors when there is no sunshine. And every single tower, whether SG1 or SG2, comes with this. So the SiteGuard Ready towers, we offer them in three formats: pre-installed, pre-programmed for you to make it easier. The basic tower, whether SG1 or SG2 model, can come with a hub in it, and every single one comes with a relay verifying the voltage of the battery plus the tilt switch. To add to that, we've changed the power supply so that it can be powered by the battery using the 12 to 24 volt power supply. Swap it out for you. The pre-configured towers also come with up to 4 motion cams. Now these are photo-on-demand motion cams, one on each side, providing a 360-degree security solution. So anybody approaching this tower while it's armed will automatically be taken in photos, and in real time, a proactive security solution. You know there's motion, you know where this motion is, and you get a photo just to verify that it's not fake. The goal of this is it's proactive security. Now, because every hub has up to 25 partitions and can do up to 200 zones of alarm, well, I can name those partitions based upon where I've deployed each individual tower. Because each tower, although it is independent one of the other. We can also have an SG1 tower with a repeater inside instead of a hub, or one that has neither the hub nor the repeater, just the peripherals. So all of these can form a massive web coming back to the individual panel. Using the 25 partitions, I can name them each partition based upon where I've deployed each individual tower. Pretty cool. To add to this, each tower has 2 sirens. One siren on one side, one siren on the other side. Now these sirens are not just sirens, they're sirens and strobes. So each siren can do up to 118 decibels of sound times 2. It's quite powerful. Add to that the strobe that is all around the edge. So whenever it goes into alarm, it not only is visual that there's an alarm, but it's also screaming. Now, if I have multiple towers and they're all deployed together, well, if one starts screaming, they all start screaming, you know there's an alarm. The ability to deploy an entirely self-contained, entirely wireless, entirely unpowered solution, including hubs, including sub-towers, repeater towers, hub towers, and deploy this over a massive area. Because don't forget, you can cover up to 35 kilometers squared of wireless using a single hub and up to 5 repeaters. It is a huge distance. And the ability to be able to do this, it doesn't only end there. Because you have such a massive wireless range, if you need to add other devices that are not actually connected to towers, but rather are in a trailer, or in a building, or on the side of a building, well, you could potentially do so, more permanent structures. Because Ajax is wireless and does go up to 2.1 kilometers per device, well, the sky's basically the limit. You design the security application as you see fit, and we will design the towers also with your help and build them for you. Which means, yes, we've pre-configured 3 different types of towers. So the SG1 or SG2 with the 4 motions, the 2 siren strobes, and either with the hub or not, or repeater, but you can also custom make them. So for example, if you wanted to buy a tower and then put your own devices in it, or change it, and maybe instead of putting a photo-on-demand motion cam, you want to put a photo beam, do the outdoor dual sensor curtain, well, you could do that as well. So really, they're really powerful tools that allow you to now deploy huge wireless self-contained solutions without any power. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the section below. We're more than happy to reach out to you. Cheers.